Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Otep, and I am Michael, the founder-owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at Stealth, the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL IBT. Overall, your intelligibility is pretty good, right? I think there's really 3 specific lessons that you should focus on right now. Now, I recommend you go through all my pronunciation videos at least once just for practice. But you want to especially practice on these. Write these down. Here we go. Lesson number 12, 13, and number 16. That's pretty much it. All right, now you're going to answer the interview questions at the end. You're going to tell me a little bit about yourself.
Received my bachelor's degree in physical therapy in the University of St. Thomas Aquinas.
Okay.
I've been a physical therapist for 5 years.
So far your speech is clear, even you're using present perfect. I have been for 3 years. You're pretty good control of your grammar, in that case using the present perfect.
And currently I work in a nursing home.
Okay.
The reason why I really would like to improve my communication...
so you can probably work a little more on that P, improve.
In American English, is that I will be able to talk to my patients in a lot more clear manner. I would also be able to communicate with my coach.
I would say in a clearer manner, you might say, in a lot more clear. I'd probably say in a clearer manner is probably a better way to phrase that.
Colleagues. One thing that I notice with my speaking is that when I get too excited, I have the tendency to mumble and not open my mouth.
Oh, don't want to do that. You definitely don't want to do that during the TOEFL IBT speaking, because if you mumble, mumbling is not intelligible. We can't understand what you're saying. But you know what? You acknowledge that this is a weakness. You already know it's a problem. To me, this is the most important step here, Otep, is to at least become familiar with what your weaknesses are, and then you work on overcoming them. So I think it's great that you already know that's a potential problem. So we can, and when I'm giving you feedback on your independent and integrated speaking practice test in my course, I will let you know if you mumble, if there's some problem with how you say what you say.
I would like to be able to pass this TOEFL exam.
Okay.
So I will be able to prove to myself that I can communicate pretty well in English.
Yes.
And also, it is a requirement for me to renew my working visa here in the U.S.
Yes. If I remember correctly, you probably, like the previous student I was talking to, you probably need to get around 26 and 24 points in the speaking and writing, am I right? As a requirement to get your license here in the United States. Now, Otep, in addition to using my online course like you're doing, you want to speak as much as you can, watch a lot of TV, listen to the radio. These things are all very helpful. The more exposure you get, gradually, your pronunciation will become more and more similar to the speakers in the culture. The main thing is you just get out there, keep practicing. All right, so now I've given you some specifics as to certain lessons that you should focus on. I now want to give you an intelligibility score. Now the score is from a scale of 1 to 7, and I will put a link to the intelligibility scale I use in the discussion box for where you posted your response. So 1.1 means you're a high beginner, 7.0 means you're a near native speaker. You're pretty good, I'll be honest with you. I'm going to put you at about 4.1 out of 7, high intermediate in your speaking and pronunciation of American English. Obviously, your pronunciation is not perfect, and my recommendation for you is to set a goal. Goals are good, right? You want to try to get 5.1 or higher on the post-test. After you complete all my pronunciation lessons, take the post-test at the end, and hopefully you will have reduced your accent a little bit more than the way it is now. And that's going to be more helpful for you when you're taking the TOEFL. And remember that as you practice the independent and integrated speaking practice test during my course, Otep, you'll build more confidence. And as you have more confidence, you will be more prepared. And if you're more prepared, usually you will be less nervous when you take the TOEFL IBT exam. I'm going to help build your confidence. I'm going to help you become more proficient in speaking, both of which should reduce your nervousness during the TOEFL IBT exam and hopefully therefore reduce any possibility of mumbling. You don't want to mumble during the TOEFL test, right? So hopefully as you practice, you will be able to overcome that weakness. All right, anyway, thank you very much for A, joining my course, and B, for posting your response at my VoxyPot discussion group so I could give you some information. All right?